6 months and 13 days to approve this deal. Was that surprisingly quick to you?
That is pretty quick for a deal of this size, which, given that it's in the media sector, has many complex elements to it. It's certainly a lot faster than the Justice Department moved on the Time Warner recently approved deal. And I just getting the feeling that there's kind of a warm and fuzzy feeling from the Trump Justice Department towards this particular deal, towards Fox and Disney, that we certainly didn't see in the AT&T Time Warner deal.
Yeah, as we pointed out, of course, the willingness to divest all of those RSNs may have also played a crucial role because there wasn't that much left. It's really about the international assets that's so key here. Jim, you have any expectations, sort of where we? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I don't think there, that said, I don't think there were any serious antitrust issues here. I didn't think there were really any, there would be with the Comcast deal either, although if they want to slow walk a Comcast bid, they can certainly do that because of the bigger vertical issue, since Comcast does a lot of distribution. And Disney doesn't really pose that issue, although they're developing their own over-the-top thing. So I don't see a big antitrust thing, but I just do get the feeling here, and given that the president called Murdoch to congratulate him when the deal first was announced, there's just a completely different political tone about this than other mergers in the media sector.
Yeah, people stepping back from this a bit. Jim, look at the price being paid now by Disney, $10 above their original deal. Now they're at 38 versus 28. Comcast, of course, may very well come back with an even higher offer. Do you get to a point when you see this kind of competition for these assets where the deal just doesn't really make sense over the long term?
Well, I do think so. Obviously there's a number that doesn't make any sense. And one thing that's different about this deal for Disney, they have an excellent track record of acquisitions, starting with the Pixar deal where people thought they overpaid. But those high-profile deals, Pixar, Marvel, those were basically intellectual property deals where they got the rights to a lot of great material, and they have done a fantastic job of exploiting this. This is not as much about intellectual property. There is a significant amount of that, but these are big businesses. These are big distribution businesses outside the United States. This is definitely a different kettle of fish, and I think you have to value them differently, and the potential for Disney to put big multiples on the kind of income stream here, I think, is much more constrained than when you look at purely intellectual property.
Yeah, and back to antitrust for a moment. When you look at Comcast, even if they have a willingness and a desire as well to potentially divest those RSNs and or even Hulu if necessary, do you think they have a tougher road? I mean, you kind of referenced it earlier when it comes to getting these approvals.
I do feel it's going to be tougher, and that there's the time factor, and maybe the most important thing here is if the Fox board, if Murdoch and the Fox board for some reason really wants to do the deal with Disney for reasons that we may not entirely know completely, they have a hook to hang that on. They can now say, look, we've got approval in hand with this one, and who knows what's going to lie down the road. For all we know, they'll try another AT&T Time Warner kind of blocking move, even though they lost that case, which could tie this thing up for another 2 years. So they have an excuse. Even if what they really want to do is just do the Disney deal, they have now a neutral thing to hang that decision on. No one can really challenge that.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.